This is lesson 48 of Algebra 1/2, pre-algebra, and today we're going to talk about fractional equations. So let's just jump into the first example in this. The first example is, what fraction of 75 is 25? And even if you know how to do this already, I want you to try to set it up like an equation with an unknown variable. So what fraction could be replaced? It could be replaced with a variable. So let's just call that variable x. The word of in mathematics, what does the word of mean? It means we're multiplying. So we're going to say x of x times 75 equals, because is indicates we should have an equal sign, 25. And so to find the answer of this, we've learned how to solve equations like this. When there's something being multiplied by the variable, we can undo the multiplication using the inverse, which is dividing both sides by 75. And when we do that, I have x equals 25 over 75. 25 over 75, which we can reduce because these are both numbers that are divisible by 25. 25 divided by 25 is 1, and 75 divided by 25 is 3. So my x, my unknown, is 1/3. So when I ask what fraction of 75 is 25, 1/3 of 75. 1/3 of 75 is 25. So let's do another example. 5/7 of what number is 5 over 2? 5/7 of what number? So 5/7 is 5 over 7. Of is multiplying. What number? I could call it x. I could call it any letter. I just like the letter x. Is an equal sign, and then 5 over 2. We have also learned how to solve this equation. We can get rid of this 5/7 by multiplying both sides by the reciprocal of 5/7, which is 7 over 5. And then I would get x equals, because these things cancel out. Whenever you multiply something by its reciprocal, it's just 1. So I have 1x, or just x, equals, and I can also cancel here because 5 and 5 cancel out, and I get 7 over 2. I get 7 over 2. And so what that means is the question was 5/7 of what number? Now I know that 5/7 of this number of 7 over 2 is 5 over 2. So I'm completing the question I started with. Now let's do a couple more quick examples. These ones you're going to do on your own. The first one is 5/7 of 5 over 2 is what number? So first, translate that. Translate that into an algebraic equation. And then once you're done translating it, go ahead and solve it. So checking our answer, when I translated this into an equation, I got 5/7 is just written as 5 over 7. Of is written as a multiplication sign. And then 5 over 2 is written as an equal sign. And what number? I chose to use the variable x. And then all I did was multiply these two fractions together, and I got 25 over 14. So in conclusion, I could say that 5/7 of 5 over 2 is 25 over 14. So I'm replacing what number with the answer, 25 over 14. All right, let's do one last example. This last example, what number is 7/9 of 450? So go ahead and pause the video and try to translate and solve this one. And so checking this last answer, I translated this into an equation using x is representing what number, is represents an equal sign, 7/9 of is times, multiplying by 450. So then when I noticed these two fractions, or when I noticed this fraction times 450, I realized I could cancel 9 and 450 because they're both divisible by 9. 9 divided by 9 is 1. 450 divided by 9 is 50. And then I end up with 7 times 50. And 7 times 50 is just 350. And so finally, I can rewrite this in the form of the question I started with. What number is 7/9 of 450? 350 is 7/9 of 450.